Hi, everyone. You're listening to episode number 7 of the Unknown Games podcast. Yes, it's a great day because Alex is back. Our co-host, my co-host, is back from outer space and his traveling adventures, which means we're going to talk a lot, an extra amount about anime, games. Did I say anime? Because there's a lot of anime on this show. There's a lot of games and a lot of games news. So we hope you enjoy it. It's a great show. And remember, you can find us and follow us on Twitter at UGP_cast and also our home on anchor.fm. Leave us a message. We love to hear from you. Once again, enjoy the show. Thanks. Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 7 of the Unknown Games podcast. I am Adrian and I'm here finally reunited with my number one best friend in the whole entire world because
Wow, number one.
Do you
mean that?
I mean, you did kind of go off into outer space, Alex.
Yeah, well, I'm back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face.
Wait, is that a song?
It is a song, yeah.
I'm just like, wait, is that a song? Triggered.
Yeah, like Google it. Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to have you back. We had a couple of episodes without you. It's honestly been a minute. You know, we did our best. I did our best.
Yeah, it's
I did
been
my
a
best.
couple weeks. Yeah. I'm back. It's good to be back. It's good to, I guess, be back in front of a microphone so we can make some more content.
We can make some more content. Alex is, like I said, he's been in an interdimensional portal, but it's not like he hasn't been playing games or living a life. I don't think. I mean,
well, yeah, I mean the bare minimum, let's say, at least.
The bare minimal. So yeah, this is the Unknown Games podcast where we talk about Japanese games of all sorts outside of Japanese games, and yeah, pop culture, anime, movies, but pretty much video games. We focus on that, and we're super happy to say if you're listening to us on iTunes or Spotify, Anchor, thank you so much, or any of the other podcasting apps. We're so happy to have you join us, and it's amazing to just know people are listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Real time. Okay, maybe not real time. No one's.
No, not real time.
Not real time. Yeah, not real time. But we're gonna hop into the show. We've got a bunch of news this week. It's been a pretty good week for news, and of course, we're gonna go over the list what we've been playing. Not too much. I don't think we've been playing too much that I know of. I don't know.
Well,
actually, I have. Wow. Oh no, you go first, Alex. What have you been up to in the dimensional portal void?
Like what I was doing in space, I was training really to defend Earth, but
you were playing Earth Space Defense Force?
Is that what it's called?
Oh, is it called Earth Defense?
It's just Earth Defense Force, yeah.
It's Earth Defense Force, yeah.
But I haven't playing that, and I haven't really. Well, I've been busy, like just with personal stuff in life. So I haven't had a lot of time to play video games.
Yeah.
I guess I've been doing a little bit of the Apex Legends Halloween event, which is a lot of fun, by the way.
I tried talking about that with one of our guests on the show, and not everyone plays Apex, so I was kind of on the alone with that.
Talking to yourself, really. About
I literally was talking to myself during that part of the segment. 30 seconds. I mean, how do you like it? How do you like the balance, actually?
So here's the thing. It's like, I think when it first came out, and people were just kind of messing around with it. To me, honestly, it felt way more fun there because it felt like we all had a chance to kill or be killed. But as the event has gone on, like in the past 2 weeks, people have figured out a bit of a meta for that mode.
Okay.
So you see a lot of Wraith because she can phase out and then just not be hit, and that's really key, especially when you're surviving.
Yeah.
And you're getting to the evac ship. If you phase out and just stand under the ship, when you phase back in, you'll just get sucked into the ship.
I mean, there's the way that I looked at it when I first jumped into the mode is that it's It's honestly, it's not a fully cooked out, fully baked, balanced mode. It's just something they put in for fun to
Yeah,
kind of, just a Halloween
it's
extravaganza.
just like it's a fun thing.
So
Um,
there's some broken thing like
well, as much as
Watson.
that
God, I hate
thing, yeah,
Watson.
Watson for sure, and then also caustic because you can totally mess up
The
zombies
zombies.
when you're caustic. But
You
the thing
can
about
you can hunker
Wraith,
down. Yeah.
like just getting sucked into the ship when she phases back out of her thing,
Yeah.
as frustrating as that is, like I'm kind of used to that actually because in Titanfall 2, you can do the same thing. So I don't think you've ever played a match of Titanfall 2, but
No.
at the end of Titanfall 2, like when someone wins, the game switches to pretty much the same evac kind of thing.
Okay.
So the losing team now has to evac the map, and the evac ship will come in. It's the exact same thing as this Halloween mode.
Okay. Okay. So
So like,
that's where
yeah.
it kind of came from. Okay. Cool.
So then if you have the phase shift ability, which is pretty much Wraith's ability, if you do that same thing, if you phase out and then you just stand around where the ship is gonna be, when you pop back into real dimension, you
Real
just get
dimension.
sucked into the
You get
ship
sucked
and
in.
yeah, no one can hurt you. So I'm really used to that. So as a zombie, that's frustrating, but I'm like, oh, I've done that hundreds of times myself. So I guess I can't get
It
mad.
it is kind of this dynamic of the game mode on paper sounds a lot of fun,
Hmm.
and I like next year I imagine it'll come back more balanced, and maybe you can't use all of the legends. I know even like Mirage, just going invisible, all the zombies have to guess where he is, and it's Pathfinder just straight zip lines to the ship. There's no, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
there's just things that you're like, dude, like I really I want to try to win as the zombies,
Hmm. Hmm.
but it's
Yeah,
just really hard. We can't
it's really hard.
communicate.
Yeah,
There's no pinging for the zombies.
yeah.
There's
Zombies
the
can't
health is
ping.
so low, even though
It's
they
like
do.
two shots. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's two hits to kill the legends too, but there's that, and there's the fact that it takes so long to redrop down into
As a
battle.
zombie, yeah.
Yeah, so it's fun, but at the same time, you understand it can be in a much better mode,
Mhm.
and it's exciting for next year. You know?
Honestly, I think this whole like, playing that mode and then playing as really fast characters like the zombies
Yeah,
has just made me really, really wish that there was just a Titanfall 3.
Titanfall 2, 3.
Yeah, because, like, I was talking to my friend about the mode, and we played a lot of Titanfall together, and I was just
Right.
like, "You move almost as fast as if you were a pilot, like, from Titanfall."
Okay.
Um, just without the wall running and without bunny hopping. If you've seen Titanfall, like, being played, you can bunny hop in that game.
Right. Right.
Um, you can't do that as a zombie. But yeah, just playing this, I'm just like, man, I just wish I could move this fast all the time.
All the time.
That's what I want. Yeah.
Dude, it's insane. Like I said, who knows? Maybe the new character. I'm now for Revenant.
Yeah, Reverent. Yeah.
You
Hmm.
know, maybe he gives you that ability to move at that similar level or res people
You can you can
from the dead.
jump
I don't know.
so high when you're a zombie.
You can climb, like you can just climb walls
Yeah,
straight up.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
I hated that like they make noise. So like legends know like, oh, there's a zombie
yeah,
anytime they
yeah,
jump.
yeah,
So it almost discourages me from jumping. But it is cool when you link up with another zombie or a horde, and you're just like, all right, let's get this. We're gonna constantly go after this Watson or whoever, and we're gonna take him
yeah.
out.
I think zombies like they can't ping, and I kind of wish you could if you're the zombie team.
Right?
But when zombies die, they leave a marker, and
Yeah.
that's kind of like the ping. It's, hey, I died here, therefore someone is here.
There's
So
someone here, and when the
yeah,
legends die, they have a similar ping. Like, okay, we killed a legend here.
yeah. You don't
So
need to come here anymore.
you don't need to come here anymore.
Yeah.
All good.
Anyway, so
That's a
yeah,
good
I've been
mode.
playing that pretty much. Not too much. It's like 2 to 3 matches every couple of days. Like I've said, I've been a little bit busy,
Right. Right.
um, so I haven't had a lot of time for games. But I'm looking forward to getting back to video games, especially because like October is pretty much over now.
I mean, you're in the prime season now. We're coming up on Death Stranding, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare.
Yeah, so Call of Duty came out like last night.
Right. Right. And
I was
Pokemon.
watching I was watching a couple streams for Call of Duty, and I'm like, yeah, this is Call of Duty. Like you
It's
know,
it's what you expect.
it's more or less the kind of same. Like they brought it back to like yeah, I guess Modern Warfare roots, which makes sense considering it's like a reboot of that arc, I guess.
That
Um,
entire well, I mean, we've already talked about the naming thing, but I mean, it seems like the views are pretty like reviews are pretty good,
they're pretty good.
positive. There we go.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
better way of putting it. They're positive. No
I'm
fatigue on it.
personally curious about the campaign, just like the fidelity of the graphics, like the way that they've reproduced like a human face. It looks really good.
Yeah, they
So it's
definitely put a
just
lot into it.
yeah, it's just so close to like what a movie like I think they're really pushing like that Hollywood movie angle. And they do
Like
that all the time. Like that's a Call of Duty thing. Like
right, and you know what's
so
kind of
close.
crazy is that
Yeah.
we don't actually have a Call of Duty movie. Like
Yeah, and
if there were to be a Call of Duty movie, would it like what would it be? I
I
mean, there's
wouldn't want
tons of
one. No,
movies already like that,
I wouldn't
generic
want
kind
a
of.
Call of Duty movie. 'Cause, like, each mission in Call of Duty is its own, like,
Kind
big
of
scene, right?
right.
It's always a gunfight and some yeah, like, explosions or whatever. It's so high tension. That's a Japanese word, sorry. It's so, like, exciting. It's so really exciting.
Right.
And that's, like, every mission, right? And when you're playing a video game, that's totally fine. That was like, "Oh, that was great. I wanna do the next one. Oh, that was fun. I wanna do the next one."
But in
What
a movie,
yeah,
it
if you
y
put that in a movie, it's so tiring. It's like, "Good god,
yeah.
like, what's wrong with the
You get a Michael
pacing?"
Bay movie.
Worse than that, like, I've seen Transformers, and I'm like, "At least there's some downtime here, at least a
Some
little bit." Yeah.
downtime. All the downtime in a Call of Duty movie would just be when people get axed.
Yeah, so I
That's
wouldn't
the
I would
downtime.
not want a Call of Duty movie.
Well, it sounds, Apex is going. I've played a little bit of it as well, just normally with some friends. But I've actually started playing. I don't know how to say the name of this game. Grease,
Mhm. Yeah, it has a really good indie
GRIS.
art style. I've seen it a bunch of times, yeah.
Yeah, super indie art style. It's an action, not action. Sorry, it's a puzzle platformer. Very atmospheric. The music is
Mhm.
just so relaxing. I've been streaming it a little bit, and it's. I mean, everyone who's popped in the chat has just said like, "Yo, this soundtrack is so good." I don't even try to talk when I'm streaming it because
The soundtrack is really good.
the soundtrack is really good. I mean, the puzzles in the game aren't really challenging per se.
Mhm.
Some they make you think a little bit, but it really is just about you're playing this girl, like you said, it's this indie kind of artsy feel to it. So you're playing this girl who's lost her voice, and I'm not sure where this world is. Maybe it's not based anywhere in the real world, but you're traveling through these different colors. Like every level is themed after a different color and has elements that you would associate with that color. And all of her abilities are tied to her dress. So when
Okay.
you turn into a stone kind of object, her dress just turns into a block. And I don't want to spoil the rest of them because it's really cool how they integrated the dress like into the mechanics and how they made it actually look and play and feel. But I've been enjoying that. I've almost to the end of it. I'm pretty sure. I'm 6 hours in. I'm pretty sure I'm
Yeah,
at the end.
I can't imagine a game like that being, more than 10 hours.
Yeah, it can't. I mean, there's literally almost nothing going on.
Yeah, which is, like I think for the kind of game that it is, that's probably the right kind of
The
length.
right kind of length, yeah. So I bought it on Steam on sale for $8.99. I think it retails for around 16,
That's
16
USD, right?
USD, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know it's on Switch as well, so you can get it on Steam, you can get it on Switch. Definitely, if you can want to pick it up, I do highly recommend it. Um, it's a good game to show off to your friends, just to
Right.
kind of chill.
So, yeah, you've been playing GRIS. Anything else or
I also bought Muse Dash, which
right.
is a rhythm game, kind of themed, anime styled rhythm game. So similar to your, Binami or DJ Max, those kind of arcade rhythm game songs. But it's good. I like it. There's only two buttons. It's only a two-button one, so there's only two notes on the track. But the way it plays out is like whenever the notes are actually being hit, like your character on screen, it's almost like it's going through a side-scrolling beat 'em up. So it's actually like you're hitting characters on the screen, or jumping and hitting other characters, or battling the boss, kind of. So I like how it's represented, and the music's really good. I've noticed that the songs are actually in Chinese, English, Japanese, and Korean,
Okay.
which is really cool, and it's all mainly Vocaloid, based, I guess. Vocaloid based, voiced.
So
That makes
like
sense.
synthesized, like artificial,
Yeah, synthesized.
kind of like song banks or whatever they're called.
Right. But I've been enjoying it. There's a lot of songs for $3.
Oh, you can buy more songs.
You can buy more songs. There's an entire, how many packs are there? I think there's 6 more DLCs with 16 song. Wait, no. 16 DLCs with 6 songs each, I think.
Okay, so that's quite a lot of
Yeah.
songs to go
Yeah.
through.
That DLC, I think the DLC is $30, but the base game is $3. So
Okay.
you
Well,
get
okay.
around.
So that kind of makes sense then. I think it's kind of like like you can imagine you're just buying like a full game for $35, $40, and then you get like a lot of songs. Or if you want to pay just like a little bit for a little bit of songs, you can just pay $3.
You can just pay a little bit, yeah. But you can get that on Steam. I bought it on Steam. You can also get it on your smartphone. Like, I think it's iOS and Android. So that's actually where I saw it first. But I don't trust my phone to run garbage.
Okay. Well, you
Literal.
mean you don't trust your phone to run anything? You're not calling the game garbage.
Oh, yeah. To clarify.
Okay.
I don't trust my phone to run good games
Sure.
or bad games.
Just games in general.
Just games in general. I don't trust
Okay.
it. So, but that's all I've been playing. That's been about it.
Yeah. Have you been outside of games? Like, what's been going on? Like, have you been like watching any anime or anything?
Anime? Yeah. I've been, so the new season that kicked off for anime.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of stuff this season that I think I would really need to watch.
There's a lot, and there's stuff that I am finishing from last season. So I finished up Kanata no Astra,
Mhm.
which is the kind of kids lost in space uh anime, which ended really well. I can see how that manga won, Japan's highest manga awards for, I think it was this year or last year. So like the top manga in Japan, not in sales, but just critically reviewed. So that was really good. I'm watching Drifters right now, which is like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old. It's just crazy fun.
Okay.
But for new stuff, I haven't watched Sword Art Online Actualization Part
Oh
2.
yeah.
I want to get
Yeah,
into
yeah.
that. I haven't watched crap, what's the other ones that I had a huge list that I'm recording. I don't know. How about you? What's on your list?
So I
Till I
really
find
want
mine.
to like I'm gonna finish Sword Art Online because I've seen all the seasons so far,
Right.
and I just have to finish uh like this arc that's going on. Which, by the way, if you watched like last season, like it ended poorly. Like
Hey,
yeah,
all I'm gonna say, my boy Yu-Gi-Oh! What happened, bro? What happened to
he
you?
he. Okay, I don't want to talk about like the last 4 episodes
No,
because
you don't want to talk about it because it's sad and just undeserved.
it's not like how sad. How like sad in what way?
If I say what way, it's gonna spoil it. I'm just saying, shouldn't have happened.
Okay, well,
Shouldn't have happened.
I didn't. I don't. We're not really like an anime podcast, but like just
We're-
the way that fight, the final fight of last season, like just in general, like the last 3 episodes, are just like why? What is happening right now? Like I don't know if we can mark spoilers or something. Like if you want to watch Sword Art Online, like don't listen, like skip
don't
ahead.
listen.
But like when Yu-Gi-Oh turns into a sword, I was like,
Crystals, baby, crystal
what?
swords.
What?
He turned into the sword,
Yeah, he turned.
the
He's like,
savior sword.
he's like, I'm like, I'm like, okay, what am I watching? Like, what is going on? Like, even for anime standards, this is
Well, no,
like,
because like he literally just got through getting just beat down, right? If I remember, he was dead. Was he dead at that point? And then he
he
got
d- he
resurrected?
he
And
died. So yeah, he like
he
became a sword. He
died.
became a sword, and then Kirito was just like, "Oh, thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh, my friend." And then like he fights with Yu-Gi-Oh in sword form. Sword breaks. He becomes like human again, and then he's like, "Oh, like thanks for being my friend." And then that's when he dies. But like,
The whole point is hashtag shouldn't happen.
no, the point is he shouldn't have become a sword because
Shouldn't
that
have happened.
sucks.
All of
That's
it. Like, no, dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! I gotta say, so we've had Kirito forever, right?
You
Like
wanted Yu-Gi-Oh to be like the new main character.
a new like because he was a good character. He had a good um background. He had a good reason for wanting to find Alice
Right,
because
and then
he
he finds her
remembered.
finally, yeah,
And he
find and
gets
then
yeah, and then he died. Like what the bruh?
yeah.
Finally.
Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna
Anyway,
finish Sword Art Online. I'm also gonna finish Shokugeki no Soma, like Food Wars it's called in English.
yeah, this is season 4, right? I
The
think.
fourth
Yeah,
players.
fourth season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, so I I really like Food Wars because I don't know, man. I like cooking anime because like you learn a lot about cooking. You're like, oh, of course, like you learn about spices and like how the dishes are prepared. You learn
Right.
about like weird, obscure, high level cooking techniques, and you're like, oh, that's very interesting.
If you
So
want to
I
crack
like,
an egg,
yeah, well, I really like cooking anime for that reason. So I got like really into Shokugeki. So I'm really excited to finish the current arc that's going on.
I think that's a good. I've seen like I've read parts of the manga, but I know a lot of people who've watched it. And this is what's kind of cool about it is that it's not just popular with guys, but also girls as well. Like I know a lot of couples that like watch it together. So it's an interesting little show compared to like previous cooking anime. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, there's a lot like Azure Lane. I need to try that just to see how it
Oh, that's an interesting one as well. Yeah.
just to see how it is. I mean, there's a lot of sequels this
Who's the
season.
studio behind Azure Lane? Is that Kadokawa or no? No, it's not Kadokawa. Who is it?
It's if I'm looking at this right, it says Bibbidi.
Who?
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's that's when we go like who
Wait, no,
what
isn't that who's the company that makes Azure Lane? The Chinese company, the mobile game.
that okay, now I'm going to their website and I'm going to get this info. Let us all hope that it doesn't crash the podcast, kids. Let's not crash it. So Azure Lane, according to it all, is the staff and the cast. So the company I guess that makes it is Manju or Yongshi
Okay, you
Co.
know what? You're just yeah.
So I,
Yeah.
and the animation. Who's doing
No, you're right.
animation?
It is Djibouti. I've never heard of that studio before. Are they
I don't know.
Japanese? Are they Chinese?
Baiburi. Oh, it's Baiburi.
But it's a
Baiburi.
Japanese studio?
But yeah, I guess it's a Japanese studio. It's excuse me for the clicking, kids. But we're going to this studio. Wow, the website is really clean. Oh snap! Oh my goodness, I like this website.
Okay, but what
They're
else? What
they're
have
hiring.
they done? Okay.
Uh, it's like they're hiring. They have done not much. They've done a promotion video for their own studio, and then they have done Grisaya. Oh, Grisaya.
Right,
Phantom
which
Trigger.
is an adaptation of like an Arrow game, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know it was an Arrow game, but yes, by Front
Yeah.
Wing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's Arrow game, buddy.
Which they had a I think Grisaya is being done in movies, so I think they're on their second movie now this year.
Mhm.
That's it. That's all they've done.
Okay, well, not bad for a small
They've done.
studio, right?
They've done
That's a
some cool
pretty
things.
big property, more or less. Like, sure, Azure Lane is not, huge, but in recent years, like the last 2 years, it's been gaining a lot of popularity.
It
Um,
definitely has. I mean, taken away
yeah,
from that Concord, like
Concorde for sure. I think they were the first of their kind, more or less, right, to do these like ship girls. And then
now
Azure Lane comes into a Chinese company, and they're like, we can do sexy, cute ship girls too. And then they had the Japanese release, and then they had the English release, and then I think people are just picking up on that. They had a PS4 game come out this year. Now the anime is out, so I think it's
yo,
getting better.
you know what else came out? So I'm gonna jump from here because we like in smartphone games, we also have
Mhm.
Grand Blue Fantasy, the animation too.
Ooh, yeah.
So that popped out, and with Girls with Guns or Ships, there's no ships in this, but Rifle is Beautiful is a original anime for this season, which I'm excited to watch because it's just about girls in Shageki club. So like what do you call Shageki in English?
Like a shooting range?
Yeah, this. Oh man, yeah. Essentially, they are in a high school club for just. Gosh, I can't remember what that competition is called, but they shoot rifles at disc or whatever. I don't know. I think it's
Okay.
interesting. It's a shooting club. Wow, it's a shooting club.
Yeah, so I kind of blanked out too there. But what did I say? Shooting range? I really meant like a shoot gun club or something.
Gun club. We're trying to like figure out the actual term so it doesn't sound like they're going around shooting people or something. These little high school girls like,
Yeah,
oh my
no.
word, what are they training
Speaking
for?
of girls shooting like with guns, there is a game series on PlayStation Vita called oh my god, what's it called? It's high school girls with like guns, and it's just like a third person shooter.
What?
Oh, it's called
Did
Bullet Girls, I'm pretty sure. It's
you say
really
Golden
bad.
Girls?
No, Bullet Girls.
Bullet Girls.
I did not say Golden Girls,
I
no.
was
Yeah,
like the
it's called
Golden
Bullet Girls.
Girls.
It's called Bullet Girls. It's really bad. It's really bad.
It sounds good, bad
No, don't
maybe.
play it,
Like
don't
it's
play
so
it.
bad it's good. Like
I
you
hate
just
it,
have
I
to
hate it.
show it.
You're
Oh,
like so it was one of the PlayStation Plus games, one of the offerings for the Japanese
for Japanese store.
for the Japanese region if you have a Japanese
Okay.
Plus account, like circa 2017 or something.
Yeah.
So I got it because I have a Japanese Plus account, and I was like, oh, free game. This looks cool. Anime girls, guns, like, I can get into this. And then it's just bad, mechanically bad, visually passable. Like, you know what I mean? Like just
I almost wanted you to
mediocre.
just say
Yeah.
like mechanically bad, visually bad, store bad, every bad. Just
The only thing that like sells it is the gratuitous fan service, but it's annoying. So what happens is when you shoot, this sounds really messed up, but like when you shoot someone enough, their
their
clothes come
clothes
off.
fall off.
You like blast their clothes off, right?
It's just a
So like every time you do this, every time you like blow like some girl's shirt off, it has this cut in, like a really, really short cut scene. So if you played like Senran Kagura, it's more or less the same thing. Like we'll
more or
just
less the
cut
same.
in,
Okay.
it'll show like their bra or whatever. Like it'll interrupt the gameplay.
Right,
But
right.
it happens so frequently that it's really annoying. So you'll like shoot a girl, and it's like 1 second cutscene, and then she'll be like, "Oh no," and then like her shirt comes off, and then like immediately after that, it's like, "Oh no," and then like her skirt comes off, and it just
It
like, yeah, it just interrupts the gameplay so frequently that it's just not very fun.
well, speaking of, Senran Kagura, you know, Kanagawa Jet Girls.
Yeah, that
That
game comes out in January. Yeah, you gonna play
that
it or
game,
what?
that anime is on now. I've been
Oh
hearing
yeah,
people,
yeah,
yeah,
that's yeah, the anime.
dude, this thing is, if I remember, it's on High Dive, and I
Right,
believe
okay.
maybe Crunchyroll or something. But like people abroad, I'm hearing like people are like, oh my gosh, there's so much fan service. Oh my word,
Yeah, no,
there's so
I
much
wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, that is,
there.
that's a fan service game.
There's so much fan service, but they took an episode to actually explain the rules of the racing, like the ski racing,
So it's jet skiing, but it also has guns in it, I
guns in it.
believe, like
Yeah,
water guns. Yeah.
and they're like, people were like, you know what, this would actually be kind of a hype sport. I wouldn't lie, but
Well, kind of dangerous, but yeah,
dangerous is.
yeah. You don't want to just like be knocking people off high speed vehicles, but
It's like
okay.
just imagine if we had real life Mario Kart.
People would die every day. Yeah.
Oh wait, we can,
No, don't even. Don't even.
I'm just saying, man. We have the Mario Kart Go people in Shibuya,
You mean Mario Kart, right? The company is getting sued to Nintendo by Nintendo.
and they still do it. I thought they would have
Yeah,
stopped, but
no, they like lost that lawsuit, and they're like, oh, we don't care. We're gonna
we
do it.
don't.
I'm like,
We're
all
gonna
right,
keep doing it.
do your thing.
And people like, man, they still do it.
Here's the thing, like, as someone who has worked in Shibuya, I hate it. I hate that. Like,
Yeah, it's just it's
it's like
dangerous.
it's so dangerous. It's a stupid spectacle. It's like and like when they drive past, they'll like wave at you or whatever, or they'll like
Banana peel.
yeah, they'll try to get attention. I'm like, I don't give a shit about you right now. I'm
Hey,
working.
all I'm
Like,
saying is throw a banana peel on the road and throw some turtle shells. I don't know.
that might be illegal, but yeah.
try to do the real deal. Give them
Try
the
to
real
like actually kill.
experience.
Try to actually kill them.
The real experience.
Try to actually kill
It's
someone.
like Alex is like, we do not condone. I don't condone anything Adrian is saying. Don't
Yeah, don't kill someone. No, don't do that. But I'm
no.
just saying, like, as someone who worked in Shibuya and like I actually had to like just go out for lunch and like walk those streets, and then I don't know, man. I
Here
just
they
like
come,
yeah,
shorter
like
than the cars
I don't.
in a
It's
line.
so dangerous, man. Like the blind spot on some of the trucks, like they'll just
I,
decapitate.
I am
the
just like
go-karter.
wondering how the police don't stop them. Like they
Well,
have
because
to have
it's
some sort
not
of
technically
license.
illegal is the thing. It's not technically illegal.
They're like actual go-karts. It's the
Yeah.
only place in Tokyo you're seeing go-karts on the road.
Yeah, I know.
It's the only place. Like you can't just drive a go-kart in America, I don't feel. Not on the highway. This is
No, I don't think no, you can't. There are certain rules that your car has to like
right.
certain criteria that your car has to meet, and like I think one of them is like airbags. But like,
Yeah, no airbags. Yo, Japan,
yeah,
get on that. Fix that
Japan is
now.
expensive. We're like, hey, by the way, so like, I remember the first time I got into a car in Japan. And growing up in a country where you have to wear your seatbelt and people just wear their seatbelts all the time, right? I
Right.
get in this car, I buckle up. Friend next to me just doesn't do anything. I'm like, what are you doing? Buckle up. He's like, why would I want to do that? I'm like, so you don't die? Like what?
I
And
mean, like, oh wait, I thought that, well, the people I've ridden with in Japan have always told me to buckle up, but I guess because they're older, I don't know. But
oh man, I don't know.
it is strange. Like you'll see people riding bikes here. So many bikes in
Oh
Japan.
God.
No one, only little kids will have a
No
helmet.
helmets. You know what
But
freaks me out? And what still freaks me out is like you'll see a mom
with
with their
3 kids on her
family,
bike,
3 kids, like 1 baby in front, like 2 in the back, no helmet. This is just a bicycle, you know what I mean?
that's the
And I'm like
scariest one, honestly.
yeah, and I'm like, how oh my god, like, what if that one bicycle got in an accident? Like, what if some truck hit that
OV,
family?
OV, just gone. I don't want to imagine it because it's
Yeah,
honestly so
that's so
scary.
devastating. Like, imagine, like, that's your family. Like, you're at work, you're just a husband, you're, like, your family, your wife and your kids are at home, and
Because
then
like
they're
they have,
dead. Like
dang. Well, I mean,
yeah.
the thing is they have those electric propelled bikes, like
Yeah, it'll
self-propelled.
assist you, yeah.
They'll assist you, and like those, like the mom bikes. When I'm riding my bike, I don't have one. They annoy me so much because they have no regard for speed. They're so used to going faster than everyone, that they don't really. I don't feel like they're ever paying attention
Yeah,
to where they're driving or riding their bike,
riding
like
their
how
bike,
they're
yeah.
riding their bike. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We've
Yeah,
gone.
that freaks me out. Like, just that's one of these culture shock things that I think that hit me when I moved to Japan and I saw that. I was just like, I cannot believe that is legal.
Well, in
Yeah,
the worlds of legal and I don't know, shock, we're gonna shock you with some news after the break. Hopefully, some good
bad
shocks.
segue. Bad segue.
It's like I just link anything and everything how I can. Well, we've got
Speaking of words, here are words from my mouth and
here are
from a
words from
word
our
from our
mouth.
sponsor.
You see, now you got the hang of it. So hang in there and listen to our sponsor, wonderful Anchor. We're gonna come back. We hope you're gonna come back. Please come back, and yeah, we'll be back.
Everyone left. Everyone just left.
Everyone left. Anyways, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the sponsor break. Try to make them as good as possible. But we're here for some news. Good old news.
Sure. News never let us down.
It never did. News is consistent, except for when it's bad news. But news is good. And we have some stories here that, I mean, like, seriously, I was trying to gather news this week for the podcast, and it was like story after story just kept breaking. So the first thing that we have to kind of talk about is Shroud. Shroud
that
leaving, yeah, that was huge. Shroud leaving Twitch for
yeah, for
Mixer,
Mixer, right?
getting that money, making moves, yo, making moves.
Well,
Hashtag.
we assume, Mixer, Microsoft paid him, comparable to what they're paying Ninja.
Right.
We don't know, obviously, until we see the contract, but it is interesting to see another huge streamer leave the platform for, a competitive platform.
And I think the numbers. I mean, Twitch still has a pretty sizable hold over the streaming market. At least
Mhm.
what 60-70%. And Ninja moving over to Mixer. What was that in the summer? I think.
I believe so, yeah, sometime.
It didn't make too much of a impact.
A
I mean,
dent in Twitch's traffic, but yeah.
right. So now we're, Twitch, not Twitch, but Mixer is, of course, hoping that this helps them gain traction for their service, which, we use Mixer to do our streams. Well, to stream every once in a while, we use Mixer, me and
Just
Alex.
like personal streams, yeah.
Yeah, personal streams. And, it's a good service that I like the fact that you can have multiple screens on one screen.
Oh, you mean the
The
co-host,
co-streaming.
the co-streaming? Yeah, with
Yeah,
friends.
with friends, and it's like base level. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to
Like, every
have.
account has that option,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's entry. I think that's cool.
Mhm.
I think that's cool. But I don't really know much more about Mixer. Like, I don't know if even now I don't think I can recommend it to my friends in the sense that, like, oh yeah, go watch Mixer. Like, it's Twitch is just so known. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
and for sure that's just the way it is now, and, I think Microsoft is trying to obviously change that, like, by having Ninja and Shroud come over to their platform, and then just make Mixer obviously like like, better known name in
name.
the streaming community. If you have an
Right.
Xbox One and you stream you just stream off your console, it's to Mixer by default.
Okay. Okay. So that's one way, and I think Windows 10 is the
Yeah,
same.
Windows 10, I think will do the same thing. I think if Xbox One was the console leader for this generation, maybe,
Maybe. Yeah, I
Mixer
think
would be
there could
bigger
be.
than it is now.
And I think that's going to be something looking forward to the next Xbox, Project Scarlet. I think that might be a talking point. I mean, I don't think it would be unreasonable to see Shroud or Ninja up on stage for just, hey, you know, I'm streaming a game at home and unveiling different features about the service, something that they might have that they're working on that could be intertwined into Xbox and of course Windows, since that's just all one network now. So
Yeah.
it's I think Microsoft, they've been playing their cards right as far as Xbox. Recently they've been trying to get better quality content by getting better studios, and they're not saying a lot, so we have a lot to kind of look forward to for that next console and the features that it's going to have.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's
curious
huge.
as well. Because you know what? If you compare the specs of the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro,
Right.
I'm really sure that Xbox One X actually has better specs than the PS4 Pro.
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah.
Yeah, and on paper, it's just a great console. It's a good console. But, the truth is that the PS4 is the leader for this generation.
Yeah.
And especially as someone who lives in Japan, if you're playing games, any games, you're gonna be playing it on console, right? So it's like it's
You
either gonna be Switch or PS4, and to
Switch or
some degree,
PS4, and
or
there's
some
even,
maybe PC, but
I mean, there's even the extent that some games just don't even get released on Xbox here. Like
yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah,
they just don't even get released,
they
and
just don't
it's
get it. Yeah, yeah.
so you either get the PS4 version or
You don't play it.
Switch,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
don't play it, or maybe it's on Steam on PC, which PC gaming here is, I don't know, it's not completely big, it's
Not
not completely
no, it's getting
small. It's
bigger, and I
right.
appreciate that, but it's not really a big thing. There's
It's still
still a
kind of
pretty
like
big bar to entry to PC gaming, and that's getting a PC.
it's getting a PC, having the space for the PC, of course. Um, and yeah, I think people still have a kind of, when they hear, "Oh, you're getting a PC," like, yeah, I'm getting a PC or I'm making a PC that it's really hard to do, or
Oh my god, I get that all the time because I like PC gamings. This is like my hobby. I don't do it all the time because it's very expensive.
right.
But people ask me like, "Oh, what computer do you use at home?" I got asked this once because I was upgrading my phone to an iPhone 8 Plus at the time, and
Okay.
I was wearing an Apple Watch. And the guy was just like, "Oh, you really like Apple, don't you?" And I was like, "Oh, I mean, I guess." He's, "Do you have an iPad?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "What's your computer?" I'm like, "Oh no, I actually built my own Windows PC." And he like was so impressed. He's like, "Oh wow, like you built a PC." And I'm like,
It's like you did
"Yeah,
it.
I just bought the parts and put them together."
It's like
Like,
I just read the manual. I did some wonderful Lego building as a kid, and it
yeah,
the skills transferred.
so if you guys have never built a PC and like you think it's intimidating, I get that, but like it's actually in the modern age, it's really idiot proof. Even when you're plugging in your connectors to your motherboard, you cannot plug in the wrong connector. It
Well,
is idiot proof.
it's not color coded yet, though, right?
No, but it's
Okay, so
like
once it gets color coded, then we
you
go
just can't
idiot
do it. Like
proof.
you try, like let's say
It's like,
your RAM is backwards. Like you're trying to slot your RAM in and
yeah, it's like,
it's backwards. It won't snap in. It just won't snap in. So
so how about we compare it to like puzzle pieces?
it's like
You-
it's like trying to jam in a puzzle piece that's not cut correctly. Like, you just can't do it. Like, you won't
right,
connect them. So, if you're building a PC and you're like, "Oh, that's not going in properly," that probably means it's not supposed to go there, and don't force it. Just try, another connection. You really
right.
you have to try very hard to mess up a PC.
Or just get some static electricity.
What do you mean, like, kill your board with static?
Yeah, that's, I guess, one other option.
I mean, like, a lot of people obviously, be careful because you can kill your board, with static, but that being said, I've built computers, like, on the floor, and I've never messed up a motherboard before.
We're gonna have
Still be
everyone
careful.
like cross your fingers and start hitting the wood. I don't know. Just okay. We're gonna hope Alex doesn't blow up a computer. His
Well,
next
still be
build.
careful, obviously, yeah, like, take
It's
precautions, like, don't build a computer on carpet, I would say, like, don't do that.
it's like just rub your feet on the carpet, then touch them. Now, but yeah.
Uh, yeah, sorry, so
Uh,
Shroud is now
so
on.
Shroud is
Yeah.
now on Mixer.
So what I'm
Everybody.
curious is, like, who is the next streamer
Yeah,
that
that's yeah.
Mixer is going to poach?
Who's like who's the next top streamer? Like I know people were saying Dr. Disrespect or
Yeah, you know what? Maybe. I don't know who has the record for most concurrent viewers on Twitch. I think it's still Dr. Disrespect, I'm not sure. But, if you just have anyone like him, like, move over to Mixer, then that's like,
it's another
it legitimizes Mixer kind of in the sense that it's like the top streamers are now on one platform, and
right.
it kind of sends out a message to, like, future streamers, let's say, little kids who are, like, between the ages of, like, 10 and 15, you know what I mean?
Right. Like even
It
for me,
Yeah,
you just like
anyone, I guess,
choosing.
getting into streaming,
Yeah.
it's like it kinda sends out that image where it's like, if you want to be the best, you should be where the best are, which,
Right.
maybe it would be Mixer.
Because people don't usually try to look into why people left. It's just more like, oh, okay, the image is more like that he probably left because Twitch just wasn't good service or very simple reasons, right? But anyways, Mixer's cool. He's on Mixer. I like Mixer now because I like Shroud. I should go Mixer.
Yeah,
Just simple logic.
to put it another way, it's like, let's say you want to become like a fashion vlogger or whatever. Where are you gonna put your videos? Probably YouTube, right?
YouTube, right?
I mean, that's where all the bigger, like,
YouTube or Instagram.
that's true. Well, maybe
Yeah,
that's not quite a fair comparison because there's not really a competitor to YouTube at this point. I can't imagine putting videos up on a service that's not YouTube, but
well, I mean, we're still kind of so what's interesting with social media now is, we're still waiting on what takes the place of Facebook, in my opinion.
yeah,
If
you like
anything does, because no one's satisfied with it. It is literally there because it's the only option now.
yes, yeah. I mean, Google Plus or whatever it
Oh
was,
God,
like,
that
yeah.
failure, that failure. I have a Google Plus. I mean, everyone does, I think,
No,
technically.
you don't because they killed it.
It's got oh no. Google, stop killing things. Google kills things like every
Every year it feels
every
like,
year
yeah.
or so. There's like a suite of things getting just neutered, just gone. And speaking of things that are gone,
The Last of Us Part 2 is no longer coming out. We're at, like, what is that? Like, the
Alex like read my mind. I was gonna go there. I was gonna go there, but no, it's still coming out.
so what was the original date? They announced it, like, a month ago, and it's like, it was March or something? I can't
It
remember.
was February 20th or 22nd, if I remember.
Okay, and then,
Yep.
like, yesterday or 2 days ago, they're like, "Actually, May
Actually,
29th." Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was just like Jitsuwa. Like actually,
So,
we're
why do you think they delayed it?
well. They want to put it out at quality, is what they said.
Mhm.
As always, that's and this is a studio that, when it comes to The Last of Us in particular, has delayed their games. Now, usually they hit their dates spot on, usually,
Right.
but Last of Us, this mug, I think they're trying to go for. Like, I don't even know if there's like what the pressure is anymore, like what the level is, because it's coming out May 29th, 2020 now.
Mhm.
And there's a few things. Maybe they delayed it for Final Fantasy. I really doubt that. These are
Really?
both Sony exclusive games. So to
Uh-huh.
have Last of Us come out in February and then turn around early March, like in the 12th of March or 20th, and then Final Fantasy, like there's no time in between that, right?
Mhm. I agree, especially game both these games, like, they require investment.
Huge investments. Uh this way they can kind of get out of that. They're even a month after Cyberpunk.
Right.
So I don't think there's anything in that we know of that's huge in June, other than like a bunch of E3 things. Just news, but I think that they'll have everything to themselves at that point. I think that's a good reason, potentially. And they can just polish up the game more. I don't know if they've found some glitch, some bug that they just had to,
Like a last minute.
squash at the
Yeah.
last minute, because it hasn't gone gold. So, I don't know. That's my opinion. I mean, what do you think?
I also think that it was, partially due to the crowded release schedule,
Yeah.
but the thing that is interesting to me is, like, all these other games, FF7, Cyberpunk, the dates for these games were announced more than a month ago,
Right.
and yet a month ago, they were like, "Last of Us, February." So, like, if it really was an issue with the release date, why did they, like why did they
Like,
announce
why
it and
then?
then re-announce it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
FF7 coming out in February was not a surprise. So, why go through the trouble of announcing it and then actually being like, "Actually, wait, we kinda messed up."
We kind of messed up. Like, I don't know, because I mean, we talked about it on our maybe the first episode, just going over that list of games. Is
Mhm.
just back to back in that little block. February, March, April. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
also Doom Eternal got delayed as well.
got right. Doom Eternal got delayed, but Doom 64 came out, so it's all good. You still
Well,
got something.
is it all good though?
It's all good.
Doom Eternal is a completely different beast than The Last of Us Part 2. So, when
Completely.
when Doom Eternal is delayed for quality reasons, I really believe that,
The
especially
last of
because it's a Bethesda game. But
Last of Us Part Two, man. I don't know, because they had a huge out for it, and I mean this game is it's to the point where I don't know the level of hype. Like the first time it was shown at E3, the second time I was hype, right?
Mhm.
But that was how many years ago? That's at least
Was
3
it
years
3?
ago.
Was it 3?
It feels like 3 years ago, man. Like I'm gonna look up a YouTube trailer of this mug and E3.
Like Last of Us or whatever. Was
I
it
guess it's
E3 or was it Sony's State of Play?
might have, it was
I think it was State of Play.
I'm looking at a trailer from PlayStation Japan. Post date is 2016.
Okay,
Yes,
fair,
State of Play.
fair,
Yeah.
yeah, so 3 years ago.
12/28, 2016.
Okay.
What the heck?
So who knows? Maybe it is really polished. Maybe they're like, I don't know, man. Maybe they had like pressure. They're like, you gotta put out this game in February. So like, okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. And then they announced it, and then the studio was like, we can't do it. We don't have enough time, and they had to fight to get it delayed.
To get it delayed. Well, we wish, that's going to be a huge game, and we hope the best for it, of course. Um,
Yeah, I don't mind
that's
waiting, especially because it's so crowded in that time frame. And for a game of this quality, for a game of this scope,
right.
like yeah, take your time. Just put it out when it's done.
Just put it out on PS5. We get
Yeah,
both versions, along with Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Final Fantasy
It's
7
like
remake.
it was gonna be like optimized for PS5. Say what?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's another
delayed.
curious thing. So the PS5 is completely backwards compatible with the PS4. We know this.
Right.
Um,
If I remember.
but I do not think that, let's say, a game that came out on PS4 early in the life cycle, let's say like Uncharted 4 or whatever.
Right. Right.
I do not think that they're going to do Uncharted 4 HD or
Like
Uncharted 4 like 4K or whatever. I do not think they'll re-release it. I just think
right.
they're going to patch it.
I hope they just patch. Like, if they do it right, we don't end up having to pay any money. Like, you remember when PSP Mini
You mean the PSP Go?
Go? Yeah, PSP Go. Oh my word. Yeah, PSP Go. Like, you had to
It's like
literally
rebuy all your games, yeah.
rebuy all your games for a discounted price.
Well, that's just because it didn't have a
Yeah,
drive, yeah.
they didn't have a drive, and you had to get it on there, and they had to prove that you had it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know how that really I didn't buy one, so
I've only known one person.
yeah, I know one person that bought it too.
One.
He was, like, so proud of it. He's
It
like, "Look at my
was.
cool PSP Go." I'm like, "Oh, yeah? What games are you playing for it?"
It's like, oh yeah, the games I bought for my PSP. Oh,
Yeah.
I already bought them. It's like, yeah,
No, but the PS5 is completely backwards compatible with the PS4. I think it's 'cause it's the same architecture, I'm really sure. It's just
yeah, yeah. Same
it's a
architecture,
beefier system.
just beefier.
So, it's kind of like when you just upgrade your PC and you just download your Steam library. It's same games, new PC. And I think it's more or less like that.
More or less like that. And moving on, we've got a couple of stories, and we're gonna kind of brush through, but not too fast. Yakuza 7.
Yeah, a
What
lot
is it
more
called in the West again?
Yakuza 7 is called Like a Dragon, I'm pretty
Like a
sure.
Dragon. There we go. Like a
Yeah.
Dragon. It has the new system, the bonds system, not bearer
Yeah, for your
bonds,
for your
just
party members. So, I what looks like, I don't know, man. There's a bond system with your teammates, so if you played, like, a game like
Persona.
Persona, yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like that, so you can level up your relationship with these people, and then when you, like, I guess, max it out, you'll get a new technique for battle, which is very much like a Persona thing.
So it encourages you to spend time with your friends. Well, make choices of who you want to spend time with, and of course, encourages you to use them in battle. Because yeah, you're friends. Like, you can go to the movies with them. You can go eat
You ju
out.
just like the friends that I
It's
don't have, yeah.
you can even, like, I don't know what this whole drama thing is. There's like a drama where you can
I
just, I
think
guess,
that's just, like, the final, like, the event or whatever.
oh, before you actually get
Yeah.
the
So it's like a
move.
side story. It's the story of your teammate, and then, like, as you deepen your bond with your teammate, you'll just get to see this story with them, like, their storyline, essentially. So
Okay,
that's what they're calling this Kizuna, like, Kizuna drama, this bond drama.
this bond drama. I like the whole fact that, I don't know. When I first came to Japan and I was trying to make friends, I was playing Persona 3, and I just completely compared my life to Persona. So I was just like, okay, if I spend time with this person, my bonds are
Yeah,
gonna go up.
I can spend afternoon, and then I'll have to, like, go to my dorm immediately.
It was too much fun. And then we have Love Plus Every, that's coming out on mobile, Android and iOS on the 31st of October. So coming up really close. Love Plus. I don't know if anyone remembers Love Plus.
Blood Plus never came out in English, I don't think so.
It, wait, I f-
No. So you sound
silence.
speechless.
Silence.
Yeah,
I
Love
I
Plus
feel like it
never came
did.
out in English. No, it didn't.
It did.
You've just been in Japan for too long, but
Oh my word, dude! Because I remember like the whole thing about Love Plus is they had the craziest, well, not crazy, they just had really nice DS, like special DSs,
Yeah,
like the thin
they
DSs.
look pretty good. Yeah, I know.
They're really good. It was like, do you want a good DS? Get that Love Plus. It looks nice,
So have you
solid.
played Love Plus?
I haven't played Love Plus. I've seen people
Oh,
play it like on the
yeah,
internet
it's
a little
fun. Oh,
bit,
I've
but
played it. I played it. They're fun games. So Love Plus is um I don't know, I guess it's like a dating sim, but you only date you can choose one of 3 girls.
okay.
And it's not like a visual novel. Have you played a visual novel?
I've played a visual novel.
Yeah, so it's not like a visual novel. It kind of is, but it's
I
just
was
kinda
gonna say
like
like
I don't know,
what?
man. Like there's not really like a story to be told. There's not really like this story that just like unfolds as you pass through these days and then it's like a set story. Like you're guided along. It's not like that. You just go to school or your job or whatever and you just interact with these girls and you have conversations with them and then eventually when you get enough like points with them you can start to date them and then once you date them it locks out the other girl so you can't have a
You
harem or anything
can't.
like that. No.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah,
can
you just choose your
choose
girl. You just choose the one girl that you want to be with and then
and
there's a
then
little bit of a story. There are some events but they're not really tied to certain days like a visual novel would. You just
okay.
they're just
You
tied
just
to like your relationship level with them. And then once you get to, like, basically the end of their story, the game kinda switches to girlfriend mode, and
the heck?
you can just spend time with them. You just turn on you just boot the game up, and it's just your girlfriend, do some in-game events, and that's it. There's, like, not really a story after that, so
What the
it's just,
heck?
like, completely this girlfriend simulator.
So they're gonna
So this was
patch
out
this
on the DS back in Japan, and then there was another one called Love Plus. No, it's called Love Plus, and then there was Love Plus
plus plus?
that was DS, and then there was New Love Plus, that was
Oh,
3DS, and there was, I think, New Love Plus Plus, which was also 3DS, and there was some arcade stuff, which I never played. So there's this one, Love Plus Every, which will be coming out on mobile, which I'll probably check out because it's free.
wait,
So
so it's free? Okay. Yeah, no reason not to check it out. I mean, free
yeah,
99 and you can spend, I'm sure they're gonna have DLC like stories. Oh my word. I'm like on the website and it's tripping me out. It's tripping me out, bro.
it's fun. It's just like Love Plus is fun, and I think Konami for a couple years, like early 2010s, when Love Plus was big, they had so much Love Plus merchandise. Like I went to an arcade in Japan, I get like Love Plus bed sheets of the girls. Like my roommate,
There was
one of my
there
dorm
was a
mates
lot of content.
had the
Dude,
sheets,
there's
yeah.
I was gonna tell you, there's a VR mode, apparently.
Oh, really?
You can have like VR dates.
Well, that's all I need then.
What
I
the
I don't
heck?
need, like, real humans, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's worth checking out. I think we can definitely check this out together. It's not gonna be in English, I guess. I think it's just Japan only, right?
Yeah, I
Or
do not think that this will get an English release. So if you speak Japanese, if you can read Japanese, go ahead and check this out, and you might like it. If you like just really lighthearted experiences, go for it.
and the opening song or the main song is "Can You Feel Me?" Watashi o mitsukete. I can't say that in like
Wait, can you feel me? Like, that's the actual in
yeah, that's
English?
actual that's the yeah, and the song name it's called "Can You Feel Me?" question mark, and then in Japanese after that it just says "Watashi o mitsukete." There you go. Can you feel me?
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, can you feel me? Let's get there.
We're just like, oh man, and we've had a couple of anime, a couple of teasers, I guess. Well, first of all, Ghost in the Shell came out,
Oh, right,
the
for the new
Netflix trailer,
yeah.
and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't know. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna wait to see. I know a lot of people aren't happy that it's full 3D, and I think that she moves kind of nice.
What does that even
Majors
mean? What do you mean she moves kind of nice? What
she's like so like if you watch a lot of three like if you watch anime with 3D animation in it, and sometimes there's just like the frame rate is horrible. So
is it
I
the
will
frame rate or is it just, like, the animation itself? Like, the
the
rigging is kinda weird.
the rigging, like I don't know. It just looks like people are mechanical and they're missing frames
It's
and
probably
they're
just
stacked
really
up.
bad motion capture or something then.
Well, she has decent motion capture. Her foot kind of stuttered for a second, but it's okay. Uh, you know, Ghost in the Shell always had CG in it. I don't know who's doing the CG this time or whatever. It's still, production IG. We've got the OG crew working on it. I'm gonna hold my judgment until I see a full trailer, not just a teaser.
Okay. Do you have a Netflix what's the word? Account
This
or no?
account? Yeah, I have Netflix.
Well, you can watch it then when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting hype on it, man. It's my girl,
The major.
the major. She's
Okay.
awesome. And along with another girl who is awesome, I guess. Actually, no, Ray is always awesome. Of course, uh, Star Wars: The Rise of God, I can't say it. Skywalker.
You kind of messed that entirely
All,
up. Yeah.
yeah,
So
everything. Star
Rise of
Wars:
Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker. That trailer was really. I enjoyed it. I enjoy all the Star Wars trailers that they've put out for the new movies.
I actually haven't seen any of them.
Well, then I'm just gonna say some old people look like they're coming back. Some new people are not really coming into the game because it's the final, and the movie's 2.5 hours long. So
So
get
this is the
ready.
end of the Skywalker saga. Are you upset by that, or are you just like, that's fine? Let's end Skywalker and move on
What's
to something else?
what's in Skywalker? I mean, I was never the biggest Star Wars fan. I mean, I like Star Wars. I love the lightsaber, the action parts of it, and I really did enjoy this continuation with the previous two movies. But I just don't care about Kylo Ren and that backstory.
You just don't care about Kylo Ren as a character. Like you
As
don't like the story.
I think he could have been a cool character, but he
Is he too
really
emo
is.
for you? Is that
He's
what
too
it is?
emo. He's just he's too emo. Even in the last movie, and
Oh yeah.
which they do, it's part of his character, and they explain it.
That
And
really weird shirtless scene of him.
okay, that they don't I don't know why they explained that. No,
That
but
was
no, like
like
literally
yeah.
when the entire last battle, it's clearly that he's not meant to be a leader because he doesn't know how to lead. He doesn't have experience. He's very emotional, as we all know. And literally, I just want to know, for this last movie, the second movie ended with literally about 20 people and as the entire rebel force. And the Empire is not exactly a 20-person army. How y'all gonna fight against them? I don't like
With the power of conviction and love
in the
and
force.
and being a main character, like you have that main character buff, you're untouchable.
Man, well, I'm not sad that it's coming to an end, but I'm looking forward to the new Star Wars stories like The Mandalorian and
Oh,
anything
on
else they
Disney
got.
Plus. Yeah, when can you
Yeah,
get a Disney Plus subscription?
they haven't even announced Disney Plus stuff for Japan yet.
And how no, what have they not? I thought they have.
Have they? I mean, they'd have to, I guess, but I haven't paid attention, so maybe they have. It's $5 though. Like, just get that straight up. It's 5.
Oh, is it? That's
Yeah,
not
the
that
price is cheap
bad.
as heck. So,
Yeah, wow.
like, might as well get it. Watch your Hawkeye and your Doctor
Well, that doesn't
Strange
help me though, is the thing. Because like I already subscribe to so many things
that you're just paying $5
that
on top of your 15 already.
sure, yeah. So, oh man, there's so many subscription services, not just video, but also music. So I subscribe to Spotify.
Yeah,
Um, and then I have stuff for well, I don't pay for Netflix, but like I'm kind of using my dad's account. Thanks, Dad. Um, and my
shout
girlfriend has
outs.
yeah, my
Shout
girlfriend has
outs to
Hulu.
Alex's dad.
Yeah, and I'm actually just using my girlfriend's Hulu account. I'm not paying for Hulu
Shout
either.
out to Alex's girlfriend for Hulu.
Yeah, but the point is like, what if I were, paying for these accounts? So Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime,
Those
Crunchyroll.
are,
I have,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure maybe Funimation has their own anime thing as
they
well.
do. They do.
Right, and then there's Spotify. What if you pay for Google YouTube Premium or whatever it is that they keep asking me to sign up for?
That you don't need to. But yes,
Yeah,
what if you are the 1 in 10? Yeah.
and there's just so many subscription services that now you're looking at instead of a thing that's like $10 a month, you're looking at multiple things. So there's Apple Arcade for iOS. Maybe you're paying for Xbox Game Pass. Maybe you're paying
Along
for
with
Origin.
PlayStation Plus. Well, no, you're
Yeah,
definitely paying for PlayStation Plus
right. PlayStation
and
Plus and
Xbox.
Origin or
Yeah.
whatever, right? And
It's
there's just
it
so many things that it's getting out of hand.
well, I mean, the good thing about living in Japan is Amazon Prime is at least
It's
30
cheaper. It's cheaper.
$30 a year or
Oh
$40.
my, yeah. I think it's 60 now, but I think in America it's like over
Um,
100, isn't it?
It's over 100. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous for that 1 day shipping. Thank goodness we live in the size of California here.
I know. So before I was Prime on Amazon, I would get stuff within 2 days, which is still pretty good.
Right.
But now that I'm a Prime member, that next day shipping, man, that's pretty convenient. I'll be in bed 10 p.m. I'm like, I want this thing. And it comes the next day.
We live next to the source, probably.
Yeah, I mean the
like literally, it's like the warehouse is next door.
Yeah.
And yeah, but the final piece of little news here is we had a little troll from Hideki Kamiya, which I mean, there are some serious Okami fans out there. I know a friend of the show, Anthony, who was a guest, loves Okami, but he was teasing like, hey, what if we bring this back? Okami is going to be back. He said on a tweet with the wonderful Ikumi Nakamura of
Yeah, she's
E3
cool.
fame.
I saw her business card, by the way, at TGS.
What, you saw her business card? Wait, did you see her or her business card?
One of our coworkers
Oh, dude.
and got her business card, and then I looked at her. She showed me her business card. I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Why? Oh, see, this is. I feel
Whatever.
So
I mean,
down.
she probably still has it. You can just talk to her, be like, hey, I want to look at her business card.
We're like, we want to look at your business.
Continue.
But yeah. So she looked really surprised. I don't know if they staged it or whatever, but we know that Okami is owned by Capcom, not Platinum Games. So this is just, Kamiya does a lot of trolls on his
what he does,
on his Twitter. That's what he's known for. There's like a tweet from her actually, like I think a couple days before, like, Kamiya blocked me on Twitter. It's like, what the heck? But it's just all in good fun. Hopefully, if they can do a spiritual successor. I know that Ravar and I talked about Astral Chain kind of being a spiritual successor to why am I blanking? Chaos Legion.
Right.
Back on PS2. Maybe Platinum they can do the same ish thing. You're playing
Okami.
Yeah, you're playing a dog, not a fox god.
Is it not a wolf?
Exactly. Or you're playing a dog. No, it's a fox. It's a fox.
It's not a wolf?
No, it's a wolf. It's a wolf. It's
Okami, yeah.
Yeah, it's a wolf. Sorry. Gosh, I'm getting my animals mixed up. So this time you can play as a dog or a fox. There we go.
Okay.
What do you think?
It's
not called Okami. It's called like Inu Kami.
Oh yeah, or sure, if they can make it work.
It's like, this is not that close. Anyways,
have you played Okami?
I have notoriously fell asleep on Okami. Yes.
You mean like in the beginning, you started
in the beginning? Yes.
You fell asleep. Yeah.
I fell asleep. I literally conked out and woke up.
Like in the first cutscene.
In the first cutscene, and then
I'm gonna play this game.
Yes, I did.
That's pretty bad.
I did. But I have played like maybe I guess a third of the game. I had fun. I bought it for Wii when it released on Wii.
Oh,
re-release.
Right. So it was PS2, and then it was Wii, and then it was PS4.
PS3 HD.
Oh, PS3 as well. Yeah. Okay. PS3,
yeah.
Then
and I bought it again.
So it's been released on every generation then.
Yeah. So we have to have it again.
So yeah, PS5 it'll be like Okami like HD
HD
Super HD this time. Yeah.
Super HD calligraphy. Like
really HD.
Just make it VR. Okami VR. I don't know.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, and you can actually do the whole painting stuff. Like,
well, you could do that on
the calligraphy.
Wii, but yeah.
No.
Bring it back with the VR controllers.
Bringing it back. But we have gone. Oh man, I said we. Yeah. Anyways, we have gone past our normal time. We're like at an hour and I don't know, 11 minutes, which is longer, but
extra long episode.
Extra long episode because our boy Alex is back, and we had to, everyone, we had to say welcome back. Welcome back, Alex.
Well, good to be back. Good to be back recording. Hopefully can make some more content soon.
Yeah, we podcast. We upload new episodes every Friday here in Japan. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at UGP_cast. And of course, you can check us out on Anchor. Yeah, I've done this so many times. But you can find us on Anchor FM. Our website is anchor.fm/UGPcast. Really simple there. Leave a leave a like on iTunes, heck, Google Play,
Yeah,
podcasts.
they're
We're on
also
everything.
on everything pretty much. And if you go to anchor.fm, like our page there, you can actually just leave like a voice message. Go
Yeah, there's
ahead,
a
do
button.
that.
Do
We'll
it.
give it a listen, and maybe we'll put it on the show as long as you don't say anything really terrible.
Exactly. We'd love to put it on the show, honestly. And, we love the support that you all have given us. And I think that's about it for this week. We'll come back again next week and have another episode for you. And until then, Alex, do you have anything you want to take us out with?
Be good, I guess.
And I will take us out with the standard, but not life lesson of you set the tone, everyone. Enjoy playing games.
That's right.
There we go.
All
Peace.
right. Peace.